Hello, family. Welcome to and welcome back. I'm So Ronica, and I'm so ready to remind you to sow into your future. So, here on today's episode of Sow into Your Future, y'all, I've had these braids in for about 4 weeks. Matter of fact, tomorrow it will be 4 weeks. And so that's the goal, to leave them in for a month. That way I feel like I've definitely achieved them being a protective style, because over manipulating your hair is what causes breakage, or, of course, too much heat, or there's a variety of things that could cause breakage. But I know that when I put these braids in and leave them in for a substantial amount of time, I feel like anything over a month, actually, that last week, maybe 3 weeks is enough for me. I feel like my hair kind of starts to fight against. Does anybody else notice that about your hair, your 4C hair? Your hair starts to fight against the protective style. So yeah, I don't know, it just like it's thirsty, it requires more. It's like it's time to wash it. It's time to give it some TLC. But when I was younger, I used to be able to go at least a month with braids. But then again, I was also relaxed. For those who don't know, I am embarking on this April, it'll be 2 years natural. And I chopped it all off myself. Um, yeah. And so often when I'm taking out braids, I still have to battle with not buying relaxer. I still have to battle with that. And I was embarrassed to say that, but I feel like I'm not alone. I feel like if you've been relaxed most of your life, putting that chemical in there, that you still kind of have flashbacks or withdrawals or whatever. But I told my husband, I said, I am going to give my natural hair of a chance, because I was so patient with that relaxed hair. Like, I dyed it brown. You remember when Beyonce was in that one video, Me, Myself, and I, and she had that pretty light color? I think that was the video. I tried to dye it that color. Y'all, I used a box dye. I dyed my hair one time and that was it. It fell out. And it didn't even take to the color, for one. But now I know you got to lighten it first and then add the color. But it was a devastating situation, and I was still putting heat on there. Anyway, so I'm co-washing my hair, y'all. That's what you do before you actually wash it. It gives you an opportunity to really detangle the hair. If you choose a comb, or if you just finger combing it, whatever, it loosens up the dirt, because it has been up for 4 weeks. And so this allows me to see the hang time. And usually I use peppermint oil because it helps stimulate the hair follicles, which promotes hair growth. Because it's not what you do outside of the hair that, um, like what you do to the ends, that causes hair growth. Somebody said, well, you got to cut your ends. You got to cut your ends. And I'm like, nah, hair grows from within, okay, through the scalp. And so when you put the peppermint oil on the scalp, you can feel it. You can feel it working. I'm sure if you put it under a microscope or whatever, that you would be able to actually see it working. So I'm going to put this on, and for however many hours it takes for me to do my studying and my reading, I'm going to, I don't want to say deep condition, because it's just VO5 conditioner, but I'm going to allow the conditioner to really sit on the strands and absorb into the cuticle of the strands. And then we're going to rinse it out and then shampoo it and condition it again and get ready for another protective style.